38. John has been tracking an intensifying storm in the Northeast. What's going on?
We talked about it yesterday, but
The bomb cyclone.
The bomb cyclone, the low pressure center that just cratered or crashed on the East Coast. And some of the video here is remarkable. This is some dramatic video that's coming into the newsroom. Look at this. This is a semi that is actually over the bridge, and this is a very high bridge. So the driver here actually had to be rescued off the bridge. This was in West Virginia from these very slick roads. Some of the snow conditions, especially the East Coast with that moisture from the Atlantic, it comes down a lot harder than here. They can get 2, sometimes 3 inches of snow per hour. We don't usually get that. You know, we don't have an ocean pumping us our moisture, but yeah, this woman had to be rescued. Can you imagine that one? So very scary scene there. Back at home, we got our own problems. We got a weather impact alert here this morning. Now, I had to issue that right around 3 o'clock. We issued this because the roads were bad. You know, if it's going to take us extra time to come into work, well, there's no one on the road, so we just assume it's going to be, and you know, you're assuming, but you want to take the precautionary measures here, that it's going to be bad at around 6, 7, 8 o'clock in the morning. So the impacts here are slick roads. You need extra time. It took me about 10, 15 minutes for me to get into work. Again, I drive a truck, but I can tell you there were ice-covered roads on the county road, and then when I got to the main road, it was more patchy ice. So still patchy ice. When I was on 212, it was kind of going in and out of lanes. That's where the ice would be. So radar right now shows the snow is done, the accumulating snow. It came down around 10, 11, or midnight. It's a bad time for half an inch of snow because nobody's on the roads. So it just kind of compacts. What are we watching here? Well, plummeting temperatures. That's not going to help with ice. The problem is when you get to really cold winters, we haven't had one in probably 11 years. When you get to a really cold winter, the roads can never thaw. This might be one of those deals where these half-inch of snows just kind of collect on the roads. Sub-zero Thursday, wind chills at -15 to -25, and we'll have these little light snow chances like we had last night every couple of days. Friday, Saturday might be the better chance, but I can't rule out any snow any day almost. Today, I guess, you know, we have flurries even, but by this afternoon, it's just going to be downright cold. Look at the cold air rushing in here. Temperatures in Thief River, 3. We're at 24. So you're waking up this morning at 24. Temperatures will be falling. You can see these very cold conditions in Winnipeg, Key Lake. So that means we are dropping. Watch the drop here by 2. We're at 14. Let's continue into Thursday morning. Let's look at these temperatures. -6 to -11 tomorrow morning. I think it could get even colder. But the big story this morning is that slowdown on the roads.